Scrapping in my own private Idaho, and today I am on day 8 and I am using this sketch, and I do have a I've used a Cricut design space, and I'll talk about that a little bit, but we're just going to go ahead and go forward, and here we go. So the first thing that I did was I am using Scrappin'. This is from Scrappin' Harden, and it's from Christine Harden, and she has contributed to Christy's Beautiful Life for several series, I believe, and today I'm using her sketch, and I followed it very closely. So I tried to find what is kind of the feature of each sketch, and this one, it is the off center square, and I'm using up really old paper and some other items, so I'm feeling very proud. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'll tell you how I cut this out. Normally I back mine, but this is I'm not going to, because this is very old, close to my heart paper. I'm not for sure which pack it came out of, because I just don't know. It's that old. I'd had it in my winter section, and this is from Wonderland. Which is, I'm not for sure how old that paper pack is either. I will, if I find out how old it is, I will put it in the notes below. So I'm using a stripe just like they did, and I'm combining several different paper packs. So this, you can see, is about 2 inches. My stripe, which is actually not as wide as her strip. And then hopefully I'll take this off and I won't forget what I've done. So this square I cut at 8.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to put it at an angle, and I'm having the centers point at 7 by 7, and I'm having it hang over a little bit, so you can see each little thing is at 7. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and I am having hangy parts off. That is fine. That's part of what she's done. I did switch it because I wanted, so you can see from her sketch, she is she has it hanging over this way. I wanted Elsa facing the other way, so I changed it a little bit. Okay, and so my next square is this is an 8 by 8, so just, it's got a 1/2 inch, and I don't think that she had hers quite, she didn't have it go all the way around, but I am, and I have a little bit of white there. I'm going to have to trim that a little bit, and I'm going to just go ahead and do that. I just have, I pieced this because I was running out of paper. It was the perfect paper, and so I'm just going to trim this off a little bit, because when I went to piece it, I didn't have enough, and that will be okay. That way I won't have, okay, so now I'm going to have to, when it happens like this, you'll want to, because I'm piecing things, you'll want to go ahead and ink things, and I'll do that off camera. So I'll hang this off. So, and actually, I watched several people. The nice thing about being behind, so I'm like, so this is day 8, and today is, I'm like 7 days behind. The nice thing about being 7 days behind is you get to see what everybody else has done, and so I took some shortcuts, and so some of the other girls, they used all scraps, and it was amazing how they could just scrap this out. And so this is so every year we go to the pumpkin patch, and the one that we went to last year is just a small little local one, and it went out of business. So we found another one. This is at Cherry Hill, and they had Disney Day, and my grandson is he is 2, and he was in love with Elsa. So we've got Elsa here, and this was the stamp of the month. Towards the end of Close to My Heart, they had a stamp of the month that came with a die cut, and I needed it to be longer, so I'm just going to put this right on top of it, and you'll never know the difference. Well, yeah, I'm just going to put it down there like that, and nobody will know. I'm not going to tell if you're not going to tell. And my pictures are kind of an odd size. I print them at 4.5 by 5.5. That's just how they print out on my Epson. So let's go ahead and do that. So you can see she had it up at the top, but I needed more space. So these are going to be little tiny pictures. And the reason I did it that way, I will tell you why I did it that way. So, do I have everything down? Let's get this, because I kind of want this smack dab in the middle. So that's good. Oh, I forgot my title. Here's my title. My title is huge. So let's go ahead and put that down. I'm going to just kind of nestle this all in because I want it kind of. And so this title says, "Some people are worth melting for." And I had to find my own. I couldn't find a regular cut one. So I had to do some creative work with the Cricut to get this title. And it's not as standoutish as I would like it to be, but it works in a pinch. So I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to slide this way so it's in the middle. And this is my journaling. So he was being very shy. I think this was his first crush. And he kept asking where Anna was. And so actually we took him today, and he wanted to know where Elsa was. So I really encourage people. This is not, we have a huge company, not to diss the huge company, that has a very big pumpkin patch in our neighborhood, so to speak. But I love frequenting the small ones. This little farm had a Disney day, was very home-like. You didn't have to stand in line. And it was especially for little people. Like if you had a big kid, and I can see them wanting to go on all the really fancy schmancy pumpkin patches, but for little people, he just loved it. Like he went up and got his picture taken with Elsa several times, and that's why I added. So in her sketch they just had one, but I have a bunch of really cute pictures of him standing with Elsa, and so I wanted to include them. And so I'm just going to add the little 2x2s. And what's nice about the way I print now, and all the digital pictures that you have, you can have so many. So I have a lot of this very similar, but I also have a picture of him with Olaf. And so it's nice that I can get all these different pictures of my grandson and on one page, because I don't want to, my kids aren't scrapbookers, and I don't know. It's like, how many pictures do you really want of me to remember? So I'm going to kind of leave this like this, and I actually might make this a pull tab to pull it out, so that, I think I'm going to go with that. I might make this a pull tab so that you can pull it out and even put more pictures underneath. It depends on how many pictures I go with, but this is going to be the basic design. If I decide to do a pull tab, what I'll do is I will make this a little bit larger. I'll put the pictures on here, and I might make it out of the stripe. I probably will do the stripe, and then I will just make this, and then you can pull this out, and then you can have even more pictures. So if you will, what I might do is just do a short reel on this. I might do a short reel on this to show you what that looks like done. So my intention is, I just thought of it while I was filming, so I'm going to make this a pull tab. I'm going to slit my paper, and so that it can come in and out, and that way we can see more pictures of him, because I do have quite a few. And one of them is he's looking at Olaf. It's not big enough, it's not a great picture, but it has his expression, and of course you can crop and make it as big as you'd like. So I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel, and we will talk to you later. I have a good idea what I'm going to do. I think tomorrow I'm going to be combining day 9 and day, I think I will be combining these two layouts. That is my idea, that I will, I'm going to, so I'm doing a calendar, so this is, actually I'm doing a variety of calendars. This is going to be for a January page, but this is going to be for my great nephew, and it will be for May and June. Or actually, it might be Easter. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, so, or I might make it baseballs. See, that could be baseballs too. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what I decide. Oh, I forgot. I have these really cool clusters that I'm going to go ahead and add, and I will glue those down as I go along. It's always fun to see. And then I'll put this right here so that I'm creating my visual triangle, and I'll have pictures all the way across. So anyway, oh, and you know what? I think I'm going to add some shimmer tape from the top and the bottom. I will do that as well, because that would look really cute up there. Anyway, stay tuned for my final revisions. So when you come on to this site, you will see what the final take is. And I do want to talk a little bit about this. So this was a print and cut. Like I said, I did not want to, I wanted the saying, I tried to make it myself, and I'm a firm believer in why recreate the wheel. So the first thing I did was I did it as a print. So this was a pin, and so I had it draw, but it doesn't stand out. So what I did was I put the overlay, I added an overlay, which was this one, and I attached it. And that way I changed the color of the overlay, and then I attached it. And that way it would give me a little bit more depth. I also cut, so I cut this 3 times. I did a cut, you can see where I cut it out, and that's how I got the little pieces. Anyway, I will share this, and if you are, if you're curious at all how I do that, just pop a comment in the comments, and I'll do a quick video. The family's coming in and the dog's barking, so I'm going to sign off. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.